Okay, so you come back to New York.
Yeah.
And then in 1976, there was a situation with a guy named James Muey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a headache.
Right. He was walking through, I guess, your territory, and you guys stop him.
I stopped him at a Brooklyn Tech. In Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Tech, I think is a college or high school. I believe it's high school. Yeah. I wind up, I don't know how I wind up there, but I was over there and then hang out a little bit. And I wasn't that old yet. What was that?
You were like about 17.
Yeah. So I went to one of the school. I happened that he walked by, but he looks like somebody that does hang out, but I'm not sure. So I pulled him over. I said, who you with? And then he says, nobody. He's nobody? Okay, fine. Okay, and says, let me see your ID. So I took his ID, I took down all the information, and then a couple of my guys roughed him up. That's it, and let him go. I said, let him go. He said, nobody, so let him go. Next thing I knew, when that incident happened in Kolak restaurant, which I got charged with that case, a murder case, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it happened that he was there. Then all he remember is that guy that, thought that I roughed him up a little bit, But yeah, you could say that, but it's my guy. So I asked him, when I stopped him, I asked him, who you are? He said, nobody. So I gave him back his license and left. But eventually he knew who I was, I guess. So he told the police, I gave him a false report that he saw me that did it.
Well, right, there was a shootout that happened.
Yeah.
And a bullet hit James Muey in the leg.
Yeah.
A couple other flying dragons were injured, but then a stray bullet ends up going into an establishment and killing a 39-year-old woman named Victoria Kwa.
Correct.
And she dies.
Yes, correct.
So then when the police asked James Muey who shot him, he said it was Kid Jai.
Exactly.
So now you get charged for homicide and attempted homicide.
Correct.
Back to Rikers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got charged with. That's how I wound up, like 8 months. During that time when I was in Rikers Island, and just there's no other witnesses but him that say it was me. That's, first of all, that he was incredible as a witness, and so they wouldn't give me a bail until like 8 months later. They gave me a bail. Came home. Within 2 weeks, he got another shooting happened. He was there again. He was on Pell Street. Some of our guys they said some of our guys was shooting at him, but he said that the shooter was me. Now, remember the first day he saw me, he never saw me more than once. So he always thought I had long hair. I did have long hair until I had a fight in during that 8 months. It seemed like if you average it out, it's like once a month. 8 fight in Rikers Island. So I had 8 fight in there. So by the time at the third fight, I said, "Fuck it, let me shave all my hair." I have never shaved all my head in my life. I didn't never like all my hair out, Never. So he didn't notice that. He never seen me only once. I got long hair. The second time he got shot, they came and arrested me again, and then charged me with attempted murder of a witness. Now this time, really, I'm dead. So now, out of the blue, my lawyer had a good investigator, and to pinpoint where he got shot, where the guy, the person that you say had shot you at, the distance that they did on Pell Street. Pell Street is most deserted street and most dim street, very dim. I mean, there wasn't more than two lamp poles up there, maybe one. So it's hard to see at that time, like 10 o'clock at night. What really helped me was 2 sanitation workers were dumping garbage. The city sanitation testified that saying that during a hearing, I wasn't there, that gave the testimony of saying that guy we saw had no hair. No, that got long hair.
Yeah.
While I came home, I had no hair.
Right.
Well, then how could I grow hair in 2 weeks? Like you say that long, right? It's impossible. So that really helped me beat all his case.
Yeah. I mean, how did it feel to beat a murder?
How I feel to be a murder?
To beat a murder, yeah.
Oh, to be a murder case? Well, don't you think I should?
No, I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, but-
I mean,
yeah,
you
it
were
was lucky.
potentially facing life in prison, right?
Yeah, 25 to life. Yeah. It felt good. Yeah, it felt good. But-
Okay, so while you're at Rikers Island, Nicky Louie, who was the head of the Ghost Shadows at the time, decided to do some things that basically made the situation worse. So there was a guy named Man Bun Lee, who was like the unofficial mayor of Chinatown, and he hated organized crime. So Nicky Louie hired a hitman to kill him. A guy named Chick Kwang Peng.
I don't know that guy. Seriously? Personally, I don't know him.
Okay, but you know the story though.
Yeah. Because when I came home, they told me what happened.
Right. So the hitman approaches Man Bun Lee at a restaurant and then stabs him 5 times.
Yeah. I know the story, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, this brought a lot of attention to the Ghost Shadows.
Oh, yeah.
Did everything change after that?
Completely upside down. Because personally, Nicky Louie, I got nothing against that Mamba Lee. I think he did it for a reason, because he just said, this guy talked too much. He just wanted to shut his mouth, talking about gangsters, talk something else, right? No, Nicky, he's still young, I guess. But to me, now that, for him to make that decision, it was a big mistake. It was a big mistake. Because, you asked me, did things change after that? Yes. They shut down all the gambling houses.
Right. All the gambling houses got shut down for a whole year.
1 year. Exactly 1 year. They wouldn't let us open for 1 year. You try to open one, here they go. They come in and crack you down again. Shut you down.
Okay. And around that time, a rift began to happen with the Ghost Shadows.
Yeah.
So there was like the street guys, Peter, Mongo, Applehead, Taiwan, Stinky Bug. They were on one side, and then there was Nicky's guys, Pork Chop, Roundhead, Spider. They were loyal to Nicky, so then there started to be kind of a rift in between.
But how it happened was that even though through the bad time, we wasn't with Nicky. We had no problem with it. Like until 78, somewhere in 78. Yeah. So what happened was that whatever he said back then, we go along with. Until one day they held a meeting, right? And Mongo and I think Apple told me, I didn't know there was a meeting. Then I have an appointment with somebody, right? So I said, listen, I'll be back before the meeting's over with. I'm pretty sure, because it always happened that way. It won't take more than, an hour and a half, 2? The most is maybe an hour, I would say. I would be back like 15, 20 minutes. So I didn't, all this thing happened during the meeting. I wasn't there, but they told me. Now, when I was driving back, coming down from Manbridge, Manhattan Bridge coming down with Chase Bank and right? So I was heading toward Holland Tunnel that side. So when I turned them out, right before I turned them out, I saw Apple, Mongo was by the corner of that street and waving at me, waving at my car. I stopped. I said, what happened? Oh, man, we just tried to break off with Nicky. I said, what happened? Oh, that guy, during a meeting, a guy named Spider pulled a gun and pointed at Taiwan's temple. Said, you have no fucking right to look at no books.
Right, because Taiwan told Nicky he wanted to see the books.
Yeah.
Because the money was going down.
Yeah. That's
and instead of showing him the books, he had Spider pull out a gun and put a gun to his head.
Did he have Spider? I don't think so. I think Spider did it on his own.
Okay.
Yeah. See, but he took the blame for it. Yeah. I would say that. Yeah.
Okay.
They wasn't planned for that, like that with the gun things, like with Spider. I don't think so.
So at that point, you felt that Nicky was going to kill Taiwan, so you felt that you guys had to kill Nicky?
No, I felt like that. Did you see how Chinese feel is that? I felt that no matter how bad it is, the situation, how worse it is, the best way is talk it out. The worst way is to fucking, one-on-one, you guys will go in the corner and kill yourself, but not pulling a gun to somebody's temple. Like that means I want you, I want your head, I want you dead. So that came to a point that there's nothing to talk about.
Right, but wasn't there a shootout that happened?
No, it didn't happen yet.
Okay, cool, because the book said that the two crews had a brief shootout until Nicky suggested that he and Peter talk it over.
Okay, so after that, then we had a shootout. Then I talked with Nicky, wanted to talk to him. Yep, that's correct. Now, that was not before this. this happened. They're on the street. I said, okay. Now we split. So where's the gun? Everybody know where. That side knew where the gun is in, and we knew where the gun's in. So let's go get all the guns first before they get it, right? So we got the gun. They just got 2 guns. They gave me a fucking 22 again. They took all the gun. This is all we could find, right? I said, okay, give me the gun. So I took the gun, and they gave me another fucking. I'm not sure it's a Dillinger or not. So I gave it to one of my guys. Said, okay, you keep this gun. You see me shoot again, you shoot, okay? The same way. So now, they was looking for him everywhere in the restaurant, Bay Yard Street, up and down Mart. See where they at. They said, they here somewhere because they just came down right after us, right? So where are they now? They trying to spot them. As soon as they spot them, they call me. So now, Apple was running down Bay Yard Street. Like, yeah, he's there. So why? He peeked in the window, Apple, to saw Nicky and the whole crew was in there. But at the same time, they spotted him, right? And as soon as they saw him and Mongo and them were running down Bayard and trying to get my attention. So got my attention. By the time I came across the street, Nicky and their crew was running out the other way. Yeah, like running out. When he came out, he was going on the right hand of him. So I was like half a block from them. What am I going to do? I can't catch up with them. So I just fire any shot I could fire at them over there, emptied out. Now, all my guys was split up. We said this earlier. If we ever get split up for no matter whatever reason, we go back to the old days where we hang out in the arcade in 42nd Street. That's where we're going to meet up. So they all met up there except me and one of my guys. While I was running back down from Bayard, I couldn't think of a place I could go with this fucking piece. So I ran down to the gambling house. So I went there, I took the guy the door guy that, he looked through the peephole and who should be let in and who's not. I just remove him, put my guy, I said, I forget, you're going to watch this door and see who could come in and not come in. So I removed that guy. Now, at the same time, I heard a lot about tunnels, right? You heard about down in the old days, Chinatown basement had a lot of tunnels. Now I try to look for exit door, back door. There was nothing. There was only one door that up and down was going up and down from the same door I came in. And so I said, fuck, man, we're stuck. Within that time, within 5 minutes, Nicky called. Nicky called downstairs the gambling house. She said she wanted to talk to me. And the guy who picked up the phone came and gave me that message. That I went on the phone, realized that was Nicky. I said, Nicky, listen, there's nothing to talk about no more. I said, why you want to talk to me? I didn't understand why you wanted to. This B wasn't with me. I was still the youngest with them, If you say, this jewel or this crown, pass it down to who? I might be the 6th guy, right, to receive this crown. Why talk to me? I said, I was thinking about why talk. And then I said, no, I hung up on him. That's it. At the same time, I was thinking, how the fuck I'm going to get out of this jam now? I'm stuck. Then he called the second time. A light bulb came on me, right? It says, oh, okay, now you can come down. Yeah. I thought, so you could come down. So I was thinking about using him as a shelf to go back up. So that's why I did that anyway later on. So he came down and talked to me for 45 minutes. And it says, tell me to side with him, to go on his side. I said, Nicky, it's not me you have to talk to. It's Taiwan you have to talk to, not me. I said, I could be any size. The way you put it, I could be here, I could be there. But no, I don't want to see ourselves fighting against each other, our brother. For what? For not, I don't understand. So I said, no, and then the last word out of him was, you think about it. 45 minutes, I could not give him a yes or no answer to side with him. So I said, okay, Nicky, excuse me. I said, I'm sorry I got to do this, but I got to do this. So you got to take me out of here, right? And if any of your men approach, I'm going to start to shoot. Nicky knew my personality. He knew I meant business. I meant what I said. So before he came down, I said, Nicky, don't try nothing tricky, okay? So no, Nicky's like a very tricky guy. So he spin around and lift off his shirt and told me that he's not armed. I let him in, he's armed or no arm anyway. But he didn't think that I ran out of bullet. None, we don't have no more bullet. So I was just buffering him. But anyway, when we walked up, damn sure what I say, his man was moving forward, like trying to surround the basement, the hole, right? So I said, tell your man right now to back off. And he told him, he says, back out. He said, move back. He's not going to do nothing to me. Just move back, right? I said, then he walked me out a little bit. I said, walk me a little bit further to where, by Elizabeth Street, where the foot freezing at, right? Up the block. And then, okay, so we split. From there on, we never actually sit down and talk no more.